Sew Pretty Kitty. This is my vlog where I talk about all the things I love about sewing. So if that's what you're interested in and you want to see all the things I made this summer, then stay tuned. Hi guys, so sorry, it's been months and months, it's been the summer holidays, I just haven't had the time to pick the camera up, but I'm back today with a monster makes. There are dresses, there are skirts, there are trousers, there are shorts. You are going to love them. Well, I hope so. I love them. And I'm going to talk to you all about the patterns I used and the fabric I used. So if that's what you're interested in, please subscribe if you haven't been here before. And if you are coming back, welcome back friends. I've missed you. It's hot. I am going to perspire. I am a woman of a certain age, so let's just get into this. Right, first make. I'm just going to start, there's a massive pile next to me. I'm just going to start with the first thing I'm going to pick up. So, floaty wide leg trousers. Are you a fan? I love a wide leg trouser. I'm personally quite pleased that skinnies are going out and wide legs are coming back in. I think they can be really, really flattering, especially if you're a shorter person, and I'm 5'4". So I'm not massively a fan of ankle or sort of, you know, sort of, I can't remember what the length is called, but when it sort of like swings above your shoe, that's not me. I'd rather have cropped just below the knee or right to the floor, and these go right to the floor. So this is a pretty viscose fabric that I got from Fabricland when I went shopping. We don't have a local Fabricland anymore, so a little trip to Fabricland is always fun. And this was really inexpensive viscose. It, I think, cost less than about £4 a metre, and it's washed and worn really well. So cheap fabric can be good sometimes. It's got this really cute print leaves and flowers, and I just love this sort of turquoisey blue colour, and yeah, I just thought they're going to make a great pair of trousers. So these are the Sapphire trousers from Tilly's book. Hang on a sec, I can't remember which one. Make It Simple, I think. And I'll just show you the picture. You can make these into dungarees, which you're probably familiar with. I've made dungarees before. So this is the picture of the Sapphire trousers. I know they've been really popular. Lots of people have made them. Tilly's patterns are brilliant. She does numerical sizes. So you've got sizes 1 to 10. And that goes from a 24-inch waist to a 42-inch waist. So it's quite a wide range. And yeah, they're really comfortable. You've got a nice flat front on there. So the elastic, when you pass it through the channel, you sort of anchor it at the side, so you get a nice flat front. The only thing I'd do differently if I made these again was I would probably interface that waistband piece at the front there, because this is viscose. It kind of tends to scrunch up and end up like, you know, a thin scrumply line of fabric rather than a nice flat waistband. But yeah, there's not much more to say about these trousers other than they're really super comfortable. I made them right down to the floor, and yeah, comfy make. So I'll insert a twirl now. Okay, so moving on to the next make. I'm going to try and make this quite a whistle-stop tour, because otherwise we'll be here all day. I can yak on forever, so let's just make it nice and fast. This is my next make. This I love. I love the fabric. I got this from Franklin's. I hope the colours are coming up too. I've tried to sort of shut the curtains and stuff today, so it's super, super hot out there. The sun is blaring, so yeah, this is a cotton jersey. This came from Franklin's. It was about £8 a metre, I think, in the sale. So it's usually slightly more expensive. So it's a premium quality jersey. And I have made the Tilly and the Buttons Tabitha t-shirt dress. So I shall show you a picture, if I can find it. So here is the Tabitha drawstring dress. You make the t-shirts, you can either have long sleeves or short sleeves, and then you self-draft the skirt, and she gives you instructions how to do that. And it's just literally a rectangle with a slight sort of angle at the top here to give you a bit of shaping around the hips, and it was super easy to do, so don't be put off if you're a bit daunted by drawing your own patterns. It wasn't difficult, and it fits me really well. I made a size 3. I usually am between a size 3 and a size 4, so it kind of depends on what I'm making, so I decided for a 3 on this one, and I feel like it fits me really nicely. It's got a nice neckband, and I went for short sleeves because I was thinking I could layer this up in the winter with tights and a cardigan, or wear it in the summer, and I've already worn this. I literally was sewing it 2 minutes before I went out the house. We were going to the theatre, and you know, do you ever have that sort of urge to finish something so that you can put it on immediately and wear it? Well, this was one of those kind of makes, so yeah, I'm really pleased with it, and I think the colours go really well with my colouring. Yeah, so that is the Tabitha drawstring dress. So the next thing I made is a bit of a departure for me. I'm not normally a big twirly skirt kind of a girl. I usually prefer a fitted skirt, pencil skirt, something with a little bit more of a sort of narrow feel to it. But I thought I had this urge to have a go at this new, is Tilly again. They're not all Tilly patterns, but a lot of them are. You know what it's like when you find a block that really fits your shape? Well, Tilly's patterns do that for me. So whenever a new pattern comes out, I fancy having a go at, I will buy it. So this is the Lotta dress. I'm sure you've seen that before. It's a really nice, relaxed half circle, I think, rather than a full circle skirt. But you can make it out of wovens or out of jersey. So for me, that was a winner because I love a jersey dress. I love jersey clothes in general because they're so comfy to wear. And I bought this fabric from Pound Fabrics. There's a bit of a story behind that. So I had these adverts keep popping up for Pound Fabrics, and I thought, really, can you really get decent fabrics for £1 a metre? So I went and had a look on their website. They do have a lot of fabric on there. This was described as, I think it was just described as a polyester jersey. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was very little, and it was some time ago, so they may not have it in stock anymore. But anything I do talk about, I will try and link in the drop down box below. But I fancied this sort of teal colour, and whenever I make a new pattern, it's always a good idea to make a toile just to see how it fits and if I like it. I'm not going to want to cut into £12, £15 a metre fabric unless I know that I'm going to like the shape of the dress. So for me, buying cheap jersey was it was a no-brainer really. And it's a lovely dress, I have to say. I really like it. I'm not keen on the fabric. It's not pleasant. It's very polyestery. If you get even a tiny splash of water on it, it goes a different colour completely. So it's not very practical. But for a toile, it was perfect. And I do feel a bit like a ballerina in this when I'm wearing it because the skirt's so swishy. So you've got this elasticated waist channel, which is was an interesting construction that I've not done before, and a neckband, and I went for the short sleeves. So this was a trial run. I have got some really nice fabric, which I'll show you in another vlog. I'll do a haul video for my new fabrics. But this was a trial for that dress, and so I am pleased to say I will go ahead and make another one. I didn't make any alterations to the pattern. I think I made a size 3, came up lovely. You can put patch pockets on if you want, but that's not really sort of my bag. I just fancied a nice straightforward dress, and yeah, I love it. Right, moving on to some trousers. Going on to the wide leg trouser trend. I'm definitely going to make lots more wide leg trousers come autumn and winter because I just love them. I think they're flattering. And I bought this Nielsen Flint pattern. I can't find the actual pattern illustration, so I will pop a picture in if I can. But this is the instruction booklet. So the Nielsen Flint pants are a wide leg trouser or short that you can do either with a tie belt or a button closure. And it's really clever construction actually, because the pocket is integrated into the closure for the trousers. So I made mine out of some really gorgeous viscose linen that I also got from Franklin's. Unfortunately they don't sell online yet, so I can't link the fabrics, and I think they've probably sold out now, but unfortunately, yeah, they don't sell online. But as soon as I saw this, I thought, wow, that is proper summer fabric. Really light, very breezy, very airy, really cool to wear, and has this beautiful, the light's all a bit funny today, it's got this beautiful fern print with like a really pale lilac and greens and sort of this almost, I don't know what kind of a blue you'd call that, sort of almost a powder blue, I guess. And I made the tie front ones. I will just show you. I'm obviously hopefully inserting twirls so you can see me wearing these as we go along. But these have got little tucks on the front here, which create a nice shape. Then you've got these sort of slash pockets, and the pockets are on one side how you get in and out of your trousers, which I think is ingenious. So they're not difficult to make. There's no zips, obviously. There's just a buttonhole or a tie. And then on the back, you've got a couple of darts here for a bit more shaping. And I just love these. I've only managed to wear them once. The weather's not been great all summer long, so there hasn't been that many opportunities to crack these out, but I love to wear these with a white t-shirt and a pair of white trainers, and yeah, super cool, really comfy, and a big thumbs up from me. So much so that I made another pair, but I made the shorts version this time, and I'm actually wearing those today. And this is probably my most worn item of the whole summer. So I made the shorts out of a denim. I am going to put a twirl in as well so you can see. So these are quite high-waisted shorts with 2 tucks in the front. These ones I made just with the button closure, so you can see there I've put a contrast in the pocket, and that's actually one of my handmade polymer clay buttons that I've used there. And it's got darts in the back, and you'll see, you can't see here, but you'll see from the twirl that they're pretty short, but I don't feel like I am revealing myself. These because they're so high-waisted, even though they're quite short shorts, I feel quite modest in them, if that makes sense. So yeah, absolutely love this pattern. I am absolutely certain I'm going to make more of these trousers for the winter, hopefully in something a little bit more sort of a warmer fabric. I'm not really sure yet. I don't want to make them in anything too thick. I think this denim was probably as thick as I would go, because these tucks here, you know, if you were to make these out of a corduroy or something, I think that would be a bit too bulky. But yeah, I love these shorts. Even though the kids tell me I look like some sort of 1930s woman wearing them, I don't care because I like them. So that's that. Moving on to the next make, and this is something that you will recognise because billions of people have made the Ogden Cami. So True Bias Ogden Cami, and this is made out of the leftovers from that viscose linen from my Nielsen Flint trousers. I did originally think perhaps I could make like a faux jumpsuit, but I don't like the combo together. It's just too much volume, I think. The only alteration I make to this pattern to get it to fit me nicely is when I put the pattern piece, because you put the pattern piece on the fold, I put it maybe 1/2 centimetre away from the fold, just to give this part here a little bit of extra width. If you're going to do that, you mustn't forget to do that to the facing pieces as well. But that just gives it, I was finding that it was just too narrow on my body and it wasn't covering my bra straps up properly. So having a little extra centimetre in the middle has made a difference, and now I always do that with the Ogden Cami. I've lined it. I only had enough left to just make the front, so I had to do the facings out of some grey poly cotton that I had in my stash already. And this is just a nice, classic, simple, breezy top to wear with shorts or with jeans and a cardigan as the weather sort of gets a little bit cooler. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and I'm glad I got to use all of that fabric up because it was quite pricey and I don't like wasting fabric. So thumbs up from me for that one. How you doing? Hanging in? We're getting there. It's like a whistle-stop tour of my sewing. Right, next thing. Black cropped joggers. Now, this is not particularly summery, but at the beginning of the summer, you'll all know in the UK, there was a little patch of super hot weather and then it just all went downhill there for a while. So when it's been cooler days, these have come in really handy. And this is another Tilly and the Buttons pattern from one of her books. Let me just see if I can find it. It is from the Stretch book and it is the Stella Joggers. So I'm sure you guys have seen this pattern before. I've made the longer version out of mustard yellow sort of sweatshirting and another pair. It's a really good pattern and it fits me really nicely. So I decided to modify these slightly and I took probably about 5 inches off the length so that I could have them as a cropped jogger, just so they're a bit cooler and I can wear them with trainers. And I usually pair this with my leopard print Mandy Boat tee and that looks kind of cool together. It's got, one of the ties has disappeared inside. Really annoying, I didn't cut the tie quite long enough so it keeps pinging back inside. Oh wow, never mind, it's in there. There's a slash pocket and they're nice and deep and you just get a nice sort of chunky waistband, elasticated waistband. And again, I think these are a size 3, maybe a size 4, but this fabric was another Pound Fabrics material and it was described as premium terry, I think. So I was expecting it to arrive and be like a French terry, but it's not like that at all. It's very polyestery. It does have a little bit, you won't be able to see because it's black, it has got a little bit of texture on the reverse side of the fabric, but it's really plasticky. And you can tell when you cut these fabrics because your rotary cutter doesn't quite get all those elastic like threads. So they can be a bit warm to wear, but for, you know, a toile, I now know because I've modified the pattern to fit me nicely as a crop length that I can make that one up again in some nice premium French terry that I could buy, which would cost me more money and I wouldn't be wasting it. So that was not a bad thing. I've also made a dress, I toiled the Tabitha t-shirt dress in that black terry as well. Just to check out to see whether or not my self-drafted skirt was going to fit, and that absolutely looks lovely and fine, and I can wear that to work in the winter. And yeah, I don't expect these fabrics to last very long. They're probably going to pill and bobble. The door's open, so someone is now deciding to chop a tree, so let's get on with this. Okay, 2 left to do. This is my next make, and this is another t-shirt dress, but this is a Wendy Ward dress. I've used this pattern before. If you guys have been watching my vlogs, you'll know. It's actually the one on the front cover. So this is the beginner's guide to sewing with knit fabrics from Wendy Ward. And I've made this t-shirt dress many times before. I love it. The only thing that I'm not keen about this dress is the fact that when you add the elastic, I'll just show you, you just sew it directly onto the back of the fabric. So can you see there, it's got a zigzag stitch, but your elastic is actually touching your skin. So out of the 2 dresses, now that I've tried the Tilly one, I'll show you the difference actually, if I can hook it out from underneath my massive pile of stuff. Avalon! Right, let's have a look inside. So the elastic inside the Tilly dresses are encased in this casing, and you make that by adding the top, the bodice to the skirt, sewing a channel with a stretch stitch, and then sewing down the seam allowance and adding the elastic inside, if that makes any sense. So what you end up with is an enclosed channel for the elastic, and as a finish, I much prefer that. I could modify the Wendy Ward dress pattern to do that, we'll just have to add a couple of, maybe an inch, inch and a half to the bodice length in order to give me a bit more play. But I'm not sure I'm going to bother, to be fair, because I now have the other dress, which I probably like the shape of a tiny bit better. So I did make this one before I made the Tilly one. And this is just another inexpensive, this is a cotton jersey from Fabricland some time ago, so I'm not sure if they'll have any left. But I loved, you can tell there's a bit of a fern leaf print pattern trend going on in this house. But this is just a short sleeve, really simple, nice and cool to wear dress that I wear to work, and hopefully you will see the twirls of me wearing that. Right guys, last one, well done. We've made it to the end. So, last summer sew, my husband is awesome at buying fabric. He knows the sort of things I like, and he asked me questions sort of sneakily, and I happened to be, I think I might have been looking at this when I was in bed, sort of scrolling as you do before you turn the light off, and he was asking me questions about fabrics and stuff, and then I was having a bit of a rough time, I can't even remember why now, and a package arrived and he said, oh, I bought you some fabric to cheer you up. I was like, oh, so lovely. And this is Lady Mcelroy fabric, so I have never had any Lady Mcelroy fabric, and now I know why people rave about it, because this is gorgeous quality. I think he bought it from Minerva. If he didn't, I will pop the link down below anyway. But this is, I think, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's called Foliage Canopy, maybe? Anyway, it's beautiful. It's all these lovely greens, which are my colours. I mean, you can't tell today because I've got my mum bun up, but I've got sort of like a strawberry blonde long hair, and this colour green is really good with my skin tone, so I was so pleased with it. And I decided to make, as you probably guessed already, the Kilo wrap dress. Lots of people have made this. I'm sure you know all about this pattern, but if you don't, this is my copy. This is an old copy. I'm pretty sure they've re-released it, new packaging, and it's also got like a jumpsuit version now, and maybe even different sizing, but yeah, I've got the old one. And this is beautiful viscose jersey. It drapes really well. I made the long length version because I just think for the Kilo, I know it's not terribly practical, but to really show off this stunning fabric, I wanted something with not too many star lines in it that would, you know, not break it up too much. I follow the pattern exactly as it should be. I know lots of people don't put the darts in, but they've got these sort of, is it called a French bust dart when it comes down from the arm? Which adds lovely shaping to the front, and also there's some fisheye darts in the back, which you probably can't see, but they just give it a nice shape at the back as well. I also put the vent in because this dress is so long, you need a little bit of room to manoeuvre. And I will of course add in a twirl of me wearing it so you can see it on. So that's all my makes. I hope you're still with me. I'm sorry it's a bit of a long video, but I wanted to just crack through those and let you see all the things I've been sewing during the months of June, July and August. I have got lots of enthusiasm for autumn winter sewing, so I'm hoping to be back with you soon with a haul video and some of my winter plans. So please tune in again. If you click the notification bell, you will get notified of my next video. And I will see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye.